Welcome. Find your comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. Sit up nice and tall, find some length in the spine. Allow the eyes to gently close, either completely or find a soft gaze to the earth. Take a nice big breath in, and a big releasing exhale. Coming home to yourself. Slowing down to feel into the present moment. Take in the sounds around you. Just notice them and then let them go. Feel the hips connect to the earth. Even notice where and how your hands have landed. And they face up, face down. No right or wrong. We're just taking this time to notice. You might even scan the body a little bit from the top of the head to the tips of the toes to just notice what you're coming to your mat with this morning. Remembering to look not just at the physical dimension, but also at the emotional. Notice how you're feeling. If there's anything up for you, acknowledge it. If you notice gripping, whether that be in the physical body or the emotional body or the mental body, if you notice it, choose to create a little space, a little letting go, a little surrender. If that doesn't come easily to you, it's okay. It likely will change. You might start to notice the flow of your breath. Maybe noticing its qualities. It's moving smooth, deep, shallow, rickety. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter right now. We're just bringing awareness in. And start to welcome a more mindful breath. Bring your breath in through the nostrils. Bring it deep down into the belly. You can always place your hand on your belly to bring that awareness in. And then as you exhale out the nostrils, let the belly button melt back towards the spine. Exhale, slow and soft. Inhale, fill up the belly. Try to move the breath beyond the upper lungs. Pull them deeper down so the belly expands. And then exhale, slow and soft off the nostrils. One more full mindful breath like that. Let the exhale grow and lengthen. And we're going to stay with that breath, but we're going to pause between the inhale and the exhale, and the exhale and the inhale. As you inhale, fill up the belly, and then pause. Hold the breath for maybe a count of 2, 3, or 4, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then exhale, slow and soft. And at the bottom of the exhale, hold for a count of 2, 3, or 4, whatever feels comfortable. Stay with that. Find the nice, full, complete inhale with a hold. And the complete exhale with a hold. Take this time to continue to move with this breath. You're not moving through this breath to find any struggling. So make sure you're finding a way to find some ease here. And allow yourself to be with the pause. Don't let that be a place of suffering. Find ease with it. Taking just another breath or two here. Working with deeper, fuller pranayama practices is important right now with everything going on. You want to strengthen lungs, strengthen the breath. And begin to let that go. Let the breath be natural. Bring the palms together in front of the heart. Let the heart reach up for the thumbs and the shoulders roll back. We'll come together as one with a cleansing breath. Nice big breath in. Big audible breath out. Release the hands down by your side. Let the fingertips graze the earth. Let the arms be heavy, shoulders relaxed away from you. I'm going to take the left arm, reach it out to the side, then cross it over the midline. Keep that shoulder drop down. So if it starts to hike up, try to keep it drop down. We're going to pull the arm across even more. Keep that shoulder drop down. Take the other arm and gently give that left arm just a gentle little tug. But again, if you notice the shoulder creeps up, try to pull it down. Maybe don't go as far if that doesn't work for you. And then we're going to let the right ear drop gently towards the right shoulder. Nice big breath in and out. Maybe tuck the chin a little bit. Full inhale, full exhale. Notice those sensations. Make sure that left shoulder is dropping out of the left ear. Inhale, lift the head back through center. Release that arm out to the side and then drop it down. We'll take the opposite arm, right arm out to the side, bring it forward. Keep the shoulder drop down as you cross the midline. You'll take the other arm and gently start to pull the arms a little closer to the chest. Relax the shoulder. Take another breath. Sorry if it looks like I'm distracted. It sounds like there's a bird in the house. We'll see. Let's keep that shoulder drop down. Breathe into the outer edge of the shoulder. And then maybe let the left ear drop down towards the left shoulder. Take a nice full breath in and out. Inhale, lift the head through center. Release the arm back to the side and place it down. So roll the shoulders up to the ears, roll them back, and squeeze shoulder blades together down as you exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, shoulders up to the ears. Press them back. Exhale, melt them down. I'm going to sweep both arms up, take up some space. Big breath in. As you breathe out, take the hands down in front of you. Keep the tailbone towards the earth and start to find a gentle sway from side to side as you walk the hands forward. Tuck the chin, letting the neck relax. Try to keep the sitting bones to. And just pause wherever you feel like pausing. You can always stay with the sway if that feels good. Elbows might drop to the earth. Take a nice big breath into the opening. Nice full inhale, full exhale. Root hands down low, tummy pulls in as we press the earth away, rolling up nice and slow. Roll the shoulders up and back and melt them down when you arrive. Hands out by the side again. The left arm floats up, big breath in. As you breathe out, reach up and over. You might curl the other fingertips out. Lengthen that left side body. Really root down through the left hip. Take that left shoulder, roll it open, rolling the ribs up towards the ceiling, maybe the gaze towards the ceiling, but make sure that bottom shoulder drops away from the ear. You can stay just like this or bring the hand to the back of the head. Press the head into the hand, reach the elbow back behind you. Open up that armpit. Nice big breath in and out. Use your core strength to start to lift your chest up, reach the fingertips to the sky, and then exhale, float that arm down. The eyes soften. Take a nice big breath in and out. Right arm's going to float out and up. Big breath in here. And then reach it on over as the other fingers crawl out. Top shoulder rolls open. Bottom shoulder drops away from the ear and make sure that right hip is plugged in. Pull the low tummy in, and if you notice it's released, that way our low back stays nice and safe. Maybe let the arm reach up. Good. Take the hand to the back of the head if you'd like, and then reach that elbow behind you, opening up the armpit a little more, lifting the chin. Let the head be supported by the head. Big breath in, big breath out. Low tummy pulls in to lift the fingertips to the sky, straightening the spine, release the arm down. Notice all the sensations go inward. Feel your breath, reconnect with it. Feel the earth underneath the legs. Let's crisscross the legs in the opposite direction. Find your comfortable seat as best you can on this side. Sit up nice and tall. Check things out here. On the next breath in, we sweep the arms to the sky. As you breathe out, we'll take the hands down in front. Roll the shoulders back. Let the heart reach forward, tailbone reach back. So the spine's super long here. And then again, maybe you find a little sway. Rocking the fingers forward. Take a breath in, a breath out. Let yourself melt inward, keeping sitting bones as close to the earth as you can. Rooting hands to the earth, low tummy pulls in, start to press the ground away from you as you slowly lift up one vertebra at a time. Roll the shoulders when you do a round. Sweep the arms out and up with a big breath in. Exhale, cactus arms, squeeze shoulder blades, open the heart. Inhale, fingertips to the sky. Exhale, left hand to right knee, right hand to the floor behind you. Sit up nice and tall. As you exhale, open the heart over to the right. Every inhale, you find more length in the spine. You might even come out of the twist a little bit. And then exhale, twist a little deeper. And not to push or crank yourself in. Let the breath guide you there. Inhale, length, exhale, depth. Maybe the gaze goes to the back wall, getting the neck involved. Shoulders relaxed, facial muscles melted. Big breath in, big breath out. Big inhale. As you exhale, we're going to keep the body as it is and just turn the gaze over the left shoulder. Nice full inhale, full exhale as the heart opens to the right and the gaze goes to the left. Big breath in. As you breathe out, slowly let the belly button come around, then the heart and the head. Realign the spine with a cleansing breath. Full inhale. Releasing exhale. Let's stretch those arms out and up with a big breath in. As you breathe out, we twist to the other side. Right hand, left knee, left hand behind you. Sit up nice and tall with your breath in. As you exhale, slowly find your twist. Shoulders relax down, gaze soft. Inhale, length, exhale, depth. Maybe the gaze goes to the back wall if that feels right and safe for you. Another full lengthy inhale, full lengthy exhale. Begin to find that length in the spine. Keep the torso as it is and just send the gaze over the right shoulder. So we're just moving the neck and the face. Nice full breath in, full breath out. Big inhale. As you exhale, low belly pulls in as we slowly unwind back through center. Cleanse with a realigning breath. Beautiful. Take the hands behind. Oh no, stay there. Nope, take the hands behind you. Stretch those legs out. Let's find some circles with the ankles. Wiggle the toes. Pull the flesh out from underneath. Sit up nice and tall. Reach the arms out nice and wide. Flex the feet. So it's like Dandasana, and the whole body, torso pulling in and up, energy pressing out the heels with the heels rooted to the ground, low tummy pulling in, and then reach the arms out wide and drop the shoulders. Take another breath. Crossing the left arm over right. You might give yourself a hug here. Drop the shoulders, lift the elbows. You might find eagle arms back to back or palm to palm. Wherever you are, squeeze to the middle line. Drop the chin a little bit. Here, I'll move to the side. Drop the shoulders. Lift the elbows. Take a nice deep breath into those openings in the back body. Keep the torso lifted as best you can. You decide, you can stay just like this or start to bring the elbows in around the spine, bring the forearms towards the legs. Let the shoulder blades spread and broaden. As you lift back up, do it from your low belly first. Use your core to lift. Elbows lift and then reach the fingertips a little bit higher. Let the chin stay tight. Let's unravel the arms, stretch them nice and wide. Squeeze shoulder blades together behind you. Bend the elbows a bit. Big inhale, big exhale. And then relax the hands down by your side or on your lap. Sit up nice and tall, Dandasana. Big breath in. Big breath out. We're going to bend the left knee. We'll come face you again. Let that knee drop out. Bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Make sure the hip points are squared forward. So if you're open and facing side, pull that right hip back. Square the hips forward. Remember, this foot doesn't have to be at the inner thigh. It could be at the inner calf if that's more comfortable for you. And if you need a little support underneath your knee, that's always welcome. Sit up nice and tall. Roll the shoulders back. Flex that right foot. And either stay here. You can always bring hands behind you to pull up and out of that low back even more. Or start to take the hands forward as we start to fold. Folding from the hip points. So we're not rounding down. Keep the heart lifted, shoulders back. Think about throwing your heart up and over the computer screen. Take a few breaths. You might notice with every exhale, you drop in a little deeper. Maybe the face softens a little bit. Maybe the neck releases. Maybe the fingertips walk further away. Nice, full, mindful breaths. Another breath in, another breath out. Rooting hands to the ground. Low tummy pulls in as we start to press the earth away, lifting up one vertebra at a time. Roll the shoulders in. Bring that knee up. You're welcome to keep the heel in front of that hip, or if it's accessible, crossing over the midline, keeping sitting bones rooted down on the ground. And lengthen the torso. The left arm is going to swing up to the air as the right arm stays on the knee or the thigh. We find a little bit of a deeper twist. Hands to the back, left hand to the back, right hand wraps around that knee. We pull the knee across the midline. And lengthen the spine, shoulders relax. And then maybe the gaze goes to the back wall. Nice full breath in and out. Not just finding the spiral in the spine, but finding that opening in the outer hip by pulling the knee across the midline gently. Keep that right leg engaged by flexing out the foot. Another big breath in, big breath out. Big inhale. As you exhale, slowly unravel, come back through center. Release the legs. Pull the flesh out from underneath, sit up nice and tall, flex the feet, Dandasana. Big breath in. Big breath out. Same thing with the arms out to the side. So energy in the arms, shoulders relaxed down, torso lifted, pulling up and out of the low back. We're going to cross right over left. Either give yourself a hug, drop shoulders, lift elbows, or find your eagle arms, either back to back or palm to palm. Lift the fingertips towards the sky, tuck the chin. Breathe. Breathe into those openings in the back body. You notice that you're rounding. Try to pull up and out of the hips. Take another breath in and out. Fingertips lift, shoulders drop. Either stay here or start to round the spine. Low tummy pulls in as the forearms go down towards the legs. Big breath into those openings. Low tummy pulls in, start to lift yourself up. Once you arrive, reach the fingertips a little higher if you can, shoulders out to ears, one more breath in. And mindfully unwind the arms, stretch them nice and wide, squeeze shoulder blades together, bend the elbows a little, open the heart. And relax those arms down. Take a nice big breath in and out. Feel some of the energy in the body. Just notice whatever you notice. And take that right leg, bend it, let the sole of the foot come towards the inner thigh. Again, make sure that left hip pulls back. So we're not facing sideways, we're facing forward. Hips are squared towards the front foot, flex the front foot. Sit up nice and tall. Find lengthen the spine, shoulders roll out of the ears. Start to hinge from the hips, remembering you can always keep the hands behind you, squeeze shoulder blades together, or lift up nice and tall. Especially if you have a rounded low back, this is a great place to be. Get you out of that low back and into the hips and thighs. Walking fingertips forward, hinging a little bit. Maybe the hands come forward. And breathe. Every breath, you might soften a bit, meaning you might come in deeper, but you also might just stay where you are and soften to that place. Lace the jaw, let the back teeth part, let the lips part a bit. Another couple breaths here, big inhale, big exhale. Rooting hands to the earth, low tummy pulls in, start to press the earth away, come up slowly, shoulders roll back. As you arrive, bring that knee in, place the foot either in front of the right hip or cross it over the midline. Place the foot flat to the floor, but make sure both sitting bones can stay to the ground. Sit up tall, left hand comes to the knee, right arm sweeps to the air, big breath in. And then we open the arm to the floor behind you. Start to pull the knee across the midline. Try not to lead with that shoulder. Drop the shoulder down. Lead with your heart. Big inhale, big exhale. Let the gaze go to the back wall. Love the saying, lead with your heart. It's important always, especially these days. Noticing how in your practice, the chin, the head, the shoulders want to lead. See if the heart can take the lead. Big breath in, big breath out. Keep pulling the knee across the midline. And then big full inhale as you exhale, slowly unravel, coming back through center. Release that leg, shake it out a little bit. Sit up tall. Take the hands behind you. We'll just bend the knees, take them wide, and find a little windshield wiper. Side to side. We're going to even slide around with this. Let the left arm lift, let the knees drop down, and look behind you. Press the hip forward, over to the left. And then we reach that left arm up, and we take the knees over to the other side. Right arm lifts, we look behind you. Let that Right hip pressed forward. Inhale, big exhale. And then right arm lifts, we come back through center. That's when we'll move ourselves around to find tabletop. So if you have blankets, maybe push them off, or feel free to use them to pad your knees. Spread the fingers wide. Coming to tabletop. Tops of the feet to the floor, shins to the earth. Really start to claw the floor, so fingertips root down. Shoulders pull back, low tummy pulls in. Heart lifts slightly. Your gaze is to the floor, a little bit out in front of you for tabletop, finding a nice neutral length in the mat. Let's move through a little cat-cow here. We'll inhale, open the heart, drop the belly, tailbone lift, shoulders back. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin, pull it all in and up. Inhale, heart lifts and leads. Exhale, rounding the spine, take it in. And again on your own, finding your breath. Feel free to stay with this movement or start to add some moving in and out of child's pose. So as you exhale around the spine, pull the hips back towards the heels. Glue the elbows down, heart starts to scoop forward. That's your inhale. Exhale, round it out, hips pull back. Elbows glue down, heart scoops forward. 2 more like that. And then come to your neutral torso. As you find your neutral torso, moving down through the legs, extend your right leg behind you, hips square to the floor, toes can stay down on the ground if you prefer, or lift them. Low belly pulls in. Either stay here or let the left fingertips crawl forward or lift up. Find a little more lift and length and energy, pressing out the lifted limbs. And then we bring the knee to the nose or the elbow in, squeeze. Inhale, extend. This time we're going to take the arm out to the side, bend the back knee, little tap if you can, or go in that direction. And then reach it forward. One more for both. Reach it under, squeeze in. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, little tap back. And reach it out. And then release down. Send the left leg behind you, either toes to the ground or lift it. Hips square, low belly pulls in. Right fingers either stay where they are or extend them. On the next exhale, we pull everything in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, take it back, a little tap. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tap back. Inhale, extend. Release back down to your tabletop. Take your hands forward and we'll find a little tail wag. Maybe a full circle or 2. Let your breath be full and complete. Switch directions. Next time the hips are near the heels, take the knees a little bit wider. Press those hips back, child's pose. Just taking a few breaths in child's pose. Letting the fingertips reach forward, the heart melt towards the earth. The third eye be supported, connected to something, whether it be the ground or a blanket. Take another big breath in, big breath out. Just a reminder that child's pose is always available to you. That might be your vinyasa today. You can always come to child's pose to breathe and rest, or just to go inside. Please mindfully make your way up to downward facing dog. When you get there, bend the knees, walk out the dog a little bit. Roll the shoulders out of the ears. Let the hips reach towards the back wall. Take a nice big breath in, big breath out. We'll move through our first vinyasa together. You can take it or leave it. You can always hang out in dog or child's pose. Inhale forward into plank. Feel free to keep the knees lifted or drop them. Take it forward and drop it down slowly. Inhale, baby cobra, or higher if that's in your practice. And then curl the toes, press up either through tabletop or plank, and back into downward facing dog. A nice big breath in, and a big breath out. Right leg extends behind you, hips square, lift that heel, keep the hips square, take one more breath. Step that leg all the way forward, help it forward if it needs it. Pull the right hip back, squeeze thighs together, find some length in the torso. Another breath. We're going to drop the back knee to the earth, uncurl the toes. Squeezing thighs together, lift up on that front knee, pull the thighs in, pull the low tummy in, find your drishti, find something to stare at out in front of you. Nice full breath in, full breath out. Keep the right hand on that knee, left arm is going to sweep up, breathe in. As you breathe out, hinge over to the right. You might even take the fingertips a little bit further behind you. You got this, another breath. Inhale, lift the arm up. Exhale, place the hand to the floor in line with your front foot. Right hand presses into the knees, spiral the shoulders, look up towards the ceiling. Or let that right arm reach to the sky, finding a bit of a twist. Allow the hips to drop in a bit. Take another breath. Right hand comes down to the floor on the outside of the right foot. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee. We root down through the hands, step it back, plank. Either move through your vinyasa or press back into downward facing dog or child's pose. Connect with your breath, with whatever choices you make. When you make your way into downward facing dog, we'll extend the left leg behind. Square those hips, pull the tummy in. Step the left leg forward. Find your low lunge, find length in the torso. Don't let the hips collapse down. We're squeezing in and up to get stability in those legs. Release the back knee to the floor, uncurl the toes. Squeezing thighs together, lift up onto that front knee, hold the tummy in. We'll take the right arm and float it up to the sky. Reach up and over to the left. Really ground down through the right knee, shin, and top of the foot. Maybe the fingertips reach a little bit further behind you, opening up a little deeper. Inhale, lift the fingertips straight up. Release that right hand to the ground under your shoulder. Lift the left shoulder by spiraling the spine, look up towards the ceiling. Either stay there or left arm lifts. Another breath, root down, lift up. Release the left hand to the ground on the outside of the left foot. Curl the back toe, lift the back knee. Step it back. Vinyasa or no vinyasa, you decide. Take a nice full breath in, full breath out. When you arrive into your down dog, whenever that is for you. Making your way into your down dog to join us, we'll extend the right leg behind. Right knee to right elbow, squeeze in and up. Send it back. Right knee to left elbow, squeeze. Send it back.
Right leg steps all the way forward. Help it forward if it needs it. Find your low lunge. Take the feet a little wider from left to right. Pull that right hip back. Squeeze thighs together. Make your way up. High lunge. Settle in here. Take the shoulders out of the ears. Let the thighs squeeze towards each other. Low tummy pulls in. Find your drishti. Beautiful. Release the hands down to the ground. Try not to kerplunk. Just place them gently and mindfully. Take that back foot forward a little bit. Heel drops down. We've got warrior one footing. So legs, feet are on railroad tracks. Right hip pulls back. Make your way back up for warrior one. Arms come long. Left arm over right. Either a hug or eagle arms. Squeeze to the middle line, lift. Pull the tummy in, maybe let the gaze go north. And maybe you choose to hinge forward, forearms to the inside of that right leg. It's a variation of humble warrior. Keep the gaze out in front of the right toes to find more stability, or go deeper by dropping the arms, dropping the head with the gaze to the back wall. Another breath here, effort and ease. And down through the feet. Squeeze those thighs together. Use the core and the glutes to lift you up. Reach the arms out to the sides. Looking down. Clasp them behind you. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Open the heart. Breathe. Yes, I know we're still here. Take another breath. Release the arms, stretch them all the way up. Exhale, hands down, either side of that front foot. Back heel lifts, and we step it forward. Forward fold. Release the head. Maybe clasp the arms if that feels good. Have a little bend or a big bend of the knees. Maybe a little sway from side to side. Really grounding down through the heels and the ball joints of the big toe and the little toe. Release the clasped hands. Inhale, come up halfway, straight spine, shoulders roll back. Exhale, forward fold. Begin to bend the knees like you're going to sit into your chair. Squeeze the glutes, reverse swan dive, straight arms, straight back. Lower tummy pulls in, lift you up. And then hands to the heart. Nice full breath in. And a full breath out. Little bend in the knees. We inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, straight back, straight arms, fingertips to the earth. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Hands all the way down. Step back with the right leg. Step back with the left leg. Vinyasa or no vinyasa, you decide. Be with your breath, with whatever choice you make. Big inhale, big exhale. And eventually making your way back into your downward facing dog. As you arrive, let the left leg extend behind you. Left knee, the left shoulder, squeeze in and up. Send it back. Left knee to right, elbow or shoulder, squeeze in and up. And send it back. And step that leg all the way forward. Help it forward if it needs it. Find your foundation. You can always take the feet wider from left to right to give you more stability. Squeezing thighs, find your glutes and your core, lift yourself up, high lunge. Here's your drishti. Shoulders out of the ears, low belly pulling in, another breath. Mindfully, release the hands to the floor, using your strength to place them gently. Back foot steps in and out and the heel drops down. Hips square forward, so that foot might come forward a little more. Pull the low tummy in. Really ground down to lift up. Warrior one. Check in with your body. Make sure things feel safe and right. Back heel's rooted down. Toes are pointing to the front right corner of the mat. The back knee is not locked. We have a little teeny weeny bend, maybe a bigger one if that's what you need. Arms come wide. Right arm over left. Eagle arms or give yourself a hug. Squeeze to the middle line, lift up. Maybe the gaze goes to the ceiling. Shoulders drop down. Don't lose the bend in the front knee. Either stay there or pull the low tummy in. The left hip pulls back as we come into our variation on humble warrior. Forearms towards the ground, the inside of the left knee. Gaze out in front of the fingertips or back behind you, dropping down a little deeper. Really staying with the long, full breath. Strengthen the legs. Remember effort and ease. Root down to lift up. Reach those fingertips to the sky, front knee stays bent. Unravel the arms, reach them out to the sides. Squeeze shoulder blades together as we start to clasp the hands, the uncomfortable clasp. Elbows squeeze together, knuckles reach down, tummy pulls in. Another breath. Inhale, sweep the arms to the sky. Exhale, place your hands in front. Heel lifts, step it forward, forward fold. Release the head. Clasp the elbows if you'd like. Take a nice full breath in and out. Releasing the clasp. Inhale, come up halfway. Roll the shoulders back by lengthening the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Reverse swan dive. Reach it up. And then hands to heart center. So your feet on the ground. Take a nice breath in and out. Feel the present moment, the energy of your practice. Sweep the arms to the sky as you inhale. Exhale, swan dive, take it down. Step it back with the left leg, and then all the way back, plank. We'll all meet in plank, squeeze to the middle line. Another breath here. Either move through your vinyasa or press back into child's pose or down dog. Nice big breath when you arrive. Big inhale, open the mouth, side up. Left leg extends behind you. Take that left knee to the right elbow and then straighten the leg out to the side. The pinky edge comes to the floor. You have options here. You can stay like this. You can come down to that back knee, slowly melt down, try to keep the hips squared, and maybe take yourself down to forearms. Just breathing into the opening in the outer leg. I think we all start here at least. Take another breath. Feel free to hang out here. Breathe into those openings. Or ground down through the hands, curl the back toe, lift the leg, and then ground down through the pinky edge of that left foot. Left hand roots down in the back foot. We take that right heel, drop it down behind you. So you're on the big toe edge of the foot. Maybe you stay there, maybe the hips open and that right arm lifts. Ball and triangle, one more breath. Release the hand down. We'll all lift the hips. Take that left knee, bend it in, and then send it back, down dog. Walk it out a little. Everyone forward into plank. Lower down, either knees or all the way. Take the hands behind you, palms face down. Head releases to the floor, forehead down. Inhale, lift the head a little. Roll the shoulders up towards the ceiling and then start to walk the fingertips towards your toes. Pelvis roots to the floor. Either stay here or start to lift the arms. Squeeze shoulder blades together. Let the palms face each other. Fingers reach back. Another breath. Another lift. Good. And then exhale, relax down. Maybe layer your hands. Take a nice big breath in and out. Good. Take the hands by your chest, elbows in, press up either through tabletop or through plank, and back into downward facing dog. Big inhale, big exhale. Right leg lifts, hips square. Take that right knee to the right elbow, and then send it back. Right knee to left elbow. This time that leg straightens to the pinky edge. Either stay there or we all did it before, we'll all do it again. Slide down towards that right hip. Try to keep the hips square as best you can. You might uncurl those back toes. Maybe come to forearms. Keep the heart towards the floor. Take a nice big breath, opening up that outer hip. If you love this, feel free to stay here. Or take the hands under the shoulders. Curl that back toe, lift up. Really ground down through the pinky edge of the right foot. Ground down through the right hand. The left heel drops down behind you, so we're on the big toe of the foot. And maybe you stay here. Maybe that left arm floats up. Lift the hips, open up the whole front body. Big breath in and out. Release the left hand down. Lift up on that back foot. Right knee into the chest. And then send it back, down dog. If you'd like a vinyasa, move through. Otherwise, we'll all meet in child's pose. Take this time to roll out your wrists, either in child's pose or kneeling. Reconnect with your breath wherever you choose to be. Connecting to the slow exhale. Bringing balance back in. Slowing things down. Beautiful. So mindfully make our way into downward facing dog. Left leg extends, stack the hips, bend the knee, let the weight of that foot open you up. Keep the shoulders square to the floor. Take another breath. Toes to the sky, mindfully square your hips. Left leg steps all the way forward. Root down, rise up, find your high lunge. Bring hands to the heart, bend that back knee, ground into the left leg. So you might hinge forward a little bit. And we're going to take that right leg up, bring it in front. Keep it lifted if you can. You can keep toes to the ground if that works better for you. Another breath here. I'm going to turn to face you, but I'm not mirroring you right now. We're going to cross right leg over left, sealing the thighs. You decide. Maybe the toes plug to the floor. Let the left knee bend. Ground through the left leg with that left knee bent, and maybe toes can stay there, or they can lift, or they can bind. Arms out to the side. Left arm over right, eagle arms. We've done this a bunch. So find your eagle arms or your hug. Squeeze to the middle line, everything. Ground down through the left leg. Lift up through the crown of the head and the fingertips. Another breath. Work to square the hips to the front of the room. You got this. We'll mindfully release just the arms, stretch them wide. And then start to straighten out the left leg, take the right leg out to the side, keep it lifted if you can. And then place it down, hands down, roll the shoulders, Tadasana. Feet ground down, feel both feet to the earth, heels, ball joints of the toes. Breath. Palms open, energy, gliding out the fingertips and the crown of the head. Nice full inhale. Full exhale. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms together, take it down, forward fold. Step back with the right leg. Take that heel, drop it down behind you. We've got warrior two. Roll yourself up or cartwheel up. Shoulders out of the ears. Let's take the palms up. Bend the elbows, squeeze those elbows together behind you, shoulders behind you, so the forearms are parallel to the floor. Look forward. Take a nice full breath in and out. Reach the fingertips out. Straightening the arms, and we cartwheel back down, back heel lifts. Step that left leg back. You've got vinyasa or no vinyasa. You do you. Whatever you choose, be with your breath. When you find your way into down dog or child's pose, wherever you land, connect. Nice big breath in and out. Extend your right leg behind you. Bend the knees, stack the hips, open things up. Let the shoulders stay square. Another breath. Toes to the sky, square your hips. Step that leg all the way forward. Ground down through the legs. And float yourself up. Finding that high lunge. Bring your hands to your heart. Start to hinge forward, firing up that right leg. Bend the back knee, let's step it all the way forward. Keep the leg lifted if you can. Bring the left toes forward, either on the floor or lift it. Find your drishti, hold tugging in, crown lifts. Good, staying there. You might start to seal the thighs, bend that right knee. Maybe the toes plug to the ground. Maybe they squeeze in and lift. Maybe they bind. Try to square the hips forward. Take the arms wide. Right arm over left, eagle arms. Squeeze to the middle line. Sit down a little deeper. Another breath. Find your drishti. Stay connected. If you fall out, no big whoop. Just ground before you come back in. Good. Start to straighten the right leg. Reach the arms out to the side, nice and bright. Left leg extends out, keep it lifted, lift it up. And then place it back down. Roll the shoulders. Tadasana. Notice what there is to notice. Back to your breath. Feel the feet on the floor. Big inhale. Big exhale. Beautiful. You're going to inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. And bend the knees, sweep the arms to the sky, slide your right leg back a little. And then take the right foot and cross it over the midline, keeping the toes to the ground, over to your left. Reach up, clasp your hands, and over. Lean over to your left. So we're creating a nice deep opening in the right side. Big inhale, big exhale. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, step forward, release the arms down. Roll your shoulders. Palms open. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, float the arms to the sky. Start to clasp the hands. Take that left leg, slide it back. Again, I'm not mirroring you here. Slide the leg over, placing the foot over to your right. Reach up, length, and then reach over to the right. Keep the low tummy pulling in to open up that whole left side. Big inhale. Big exhale. Make sure that top shoulder's rolling open. Inhale, start to ground through the right foot as you lift up. Release the hands, take that foot back and in. Hands down. Roll the shoulders. A couple times. And then let it go. Pick up some space. Find your Tadasana, fix your shirt, all the things. Ground down through the feet, little bend in the knees, tummy pulls in, shoulders back. Crown of the head lifted as we feel the energy move in and out from above and below. In to out, out to in. Another breath. Find that big full inhale. Big releasing exhale. Inhale, sweep some of this good energy up. Palms together through center, forward fold. Bend the knees till the hands come to the earth, and then keep bending the knees. Plopasana, take it all the way down. We're going to lower down one vertebra at a time. If you have a blanket or a block, take it with you. We're going to want it. If you don't have something, it's okay. Don't worry about it. So we'll lower down one vertebra at a time. Use your core strength. You always have elbows if you need them. Take it slow the whole way if you can. When you get down to the ground, take a moment to enjoy it. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. With the knees bent, we're going to bring them in towards the chest. Little rock and roll. Then we'll take the arms out wide from the shoulders, palms face up. Knees stay in towards the chest as we slowly bring them over to the right. Keep them in. If you want a blanket or a block between the knees to support the hips and the low back, feel free to do that. Or to put them underneath the knees to bring the floor up to you. Take a few good breaths here. Allow the legs to grow heavy to the earth. Let that left shoulder grow heavy to the earth. The facial muscles melt. The gaze can be towards the sky or out over the left fingertips if that feels good. Few mindful breaths in, mindful breaths out. Taking two more full, delicious, releasing breaths. Letting yourself melt into the shape. Your next breath, pull the low tummy in. With that, lift the legs, come back through center. And we just rock and roll from side to side. Massaging out and straightening the spine. When you feel ready, bring the knees into the chest and slowly guide them over to the left. Allow that right arm to stay heavy to the earth. Taking a few good breaths here, letting everything soften and release. Notice what's gripping and allow even a deeper letting go. A nice full breath in. As you breathe out, pull the tummy in, let that lift the legs up through center. Get a little rock and roll from side to side. Let the hands come to the kneecaps. Fingers point towards the toes, and we guide the knees in two separate directions. Good. And then the other direction, again, two separate directions, but the opposite. And then let the feet come to the floor, hip distance. And you have some options here. If you have a block or a blanket even will work. We're going to lift the hips and place the sacrum on that block or blanket. So check things out, see how it feels. And if that's you, feel free to stay there, or if you'd like to straighten out the legs, you can do that. Just make sure there's no pinching in the low back, opening up the front body. You also have the option to let the legs float up above you and just let them dangle. There's no right or wrong here. They just can float and dance like seaweed at the bottom of the ocean. Whatever you choose, make sure there's release and letting go. We're not looking for hamstring work or core work. If you don't have a blanket or a block, you have options. You can use your hands. You can create a triangular shape. Let your sacrum rest on that triangular or diamond shape, rather, the diamond shape that we're creating. Palms face down, let the sacrum rest on that. And you can find a similar experience. It may not be as deep, but that's all right. You can also change it up and let the soles of the feet come together and the knees go out wide. Float the legs up in the air here. So wherever you choose to be, find your breath. Nice big inhale to the belly. Big releasing exhale. As your legs are in the air, remember they don't have to stay up there. They can bend. You can let the knees hover over the hips as well. Wherever you are, stay connected to that breath and maybe even invite a little pause at the top and the bottom of each inhale and exhale. Inhale completely and pause. And exhale completely and pause. Nothing that stresses you out. Just inviting ease and spaciousness. Feel free to stay wherever you are a little longer if that's serving you. If you're ready to come out, very mindfully place your feet to the floor wherever you are. Be mindful of your back. Feel the connection of the feet to the earth. If you have something underneath your hips, lift the hips higher and move that thing aside. Slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. As you feel ready, you might bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Give yourself a little compliment. What's one thing that you can acknowledge that you're doing right, you're doing well these days? Things are hard. Give yourself a moment to acknowledge what's right, what's good, what's happening for you in a positive way. When you feel complete, let the legs come long on your mat. Get yourself comfortable for Shavasana. Let the shoulders roll down and melt into the earth. Let the hips be soft and spread. Feet flop out. Palms face up if that works for you. Take a nice big breath into the belly, the biggest breath of all. Big open up, releasing exhale, letting everything settle into the earth. The facial muscles melt. Let the breath be easy and smooth, effortless. Feel the energy, the vibration of the physical body, sensing it, allowing it to be supported and held. Allowing it to just surrender to ease and simplicity for a moment. Without changing anything, just bring awareness in. Notice your body laying in space. Noticing your breath as it is. Reconnecting to this moment right here, right now, by feeling the floor underneath you. Externalizing your attention by hearing sounds around you. Begin to welcome a fuller breath in, and a more complete breath out. You just tune inward and feel the energy of that breath as you fill with prana, with life force. You might start to wiggle fingers and toes, coming back into the healing soup.
Turning wrists and ankles. Eventually finding a nice big stretch, reaching the arms, opening the mouth, maybe to find a yawn. When you're ready in your own time, bend the knees and roll yourself over to one side. Take a moment there to just feel held by Mother Earth. When you're ready, use the top arm to gently press yourself up. Stay connected inward. Let the eyes stay closed or soft to the earth. And just find your way into a comfortable seat. Don't worry too much about what direction you're facing. Just find a longer, taller spine. Like the shoulders to roll back, the heart to lift. Take a moment to feel this moment exactly how it is. Please bring your palms together in front of heart center. We'll close our practice together. We'll find a cleansing breath, a nice big breath in, and a releasing breath out. We bow down with gratitude for that grace and wisdom and beauty that lives within each and every one of us. Namaste. Thank you, everybody.